show 2, all the news for our Mustang family. Mr. B, you're here with me again today. Let's see how we're doing. How was your week? I haven't seen you in a week.
You know what? It was a great week. I enjoyed the show. I thought it went really well. I'm looking forward to today's show. We have a few special guests for us today, and I'm excited to let's get this going. Hey, I brought a tennis ball for you, Miss D. I want you to see if you can play catch. Ready?
Here you go, Mr. B. I'll throw one at you. Let's see if we can juggle.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Got it.
All right.
Got it. All right, so just a little backstory on last week. You know, when we taped last week, it was supposed to be our dry run, our first take. Let's see how it's going to go. It turned out to be, you know, halfway decent, so we went with it. But we didn't really get a chance to thank some really important people involved with this whole production. So first off, I'd really like to thank our administrators, Mr. Pastorino, our principal, our vice principals, Mr. Carrasio, Ms. Wandress, you know, for all their support in helping us launch JFK Memorial High School TV. It couldn't be done without all the legwork that they put in, you know, to get this show on the road. But a real special thanks, and not enough recognition is really can be heaped upon these two people. But in our own art department, Ms. Acuna Francisco, Mrs. Rachel Rotella, they are truly the digital wizards, right? Without their expertise, without their technology, none of this would be possible. They're in charge of content, of editing, of everything that goes up on our channel. And they are doing such an outstanding job. And, you know, they are basically the puppet masters, and we're just the puppets, Mr. B. You know, we just we do whatever we can to get our message out there. But without them, you know, it wouldn't be happening.
I couldn't agree more, Ms. D. You said it perfectly. I can't thank them enough and give enough praise because they have been absolutely phenomenal, amazing things that I never could have imagined being done with video editing. It's so well. I think I even mentioned to Miss A, I'd like to take her class next year. It's amazing.
I hear you, Mr. B. I hear you. So, you know, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week. I know you have young children, all right, at home that are in school. So you have that dual role. You're a teacher and you also have teachers to appreciate. So how's it been going?
It's been going great. I think the teachers in my kids' schools, they've been doing an amazing job, just as well as I believe everybody, all educators. I wanted to thank everybody for the job that they're doing. I know this is a different time, and I think everybody has stepped up to the plate and done a great job. My kids were, this week, same thing. They were making posters and stuff for their teachers. My kids are in elementary school. My oldest is in 6th grade. But they love and miss their teachers, and so they enjoy when they're able to do something and communicate with them as well.
Yeah, I know. You know, this was a tough week getting that news from the governor about, you know, not being able to get back to school, and it really, you know, it really hits home. You know, for all of our students, our seniors are foremost on our mind. You know, with everything, you know, that they're missing out on. I think we all held on to that little bit of hope that we might be able to get back. Whether it was for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we might be able to get back and have a chance to be together one more time. But, you know, the reality is we'll make the best of it. You know, we'll do the best we can, and that's about all we can do. Keep everybody safe and just keep spreading the good word of everything that's going on at JFK. So speaking of that, you know, I was on our channel yesterday, and did you see that video with Mr. Carrasio? Like, I'm a little bit worried that something really sneaky's going on. They're like looking at him. There better not be anything in my house. Hopefully nobody's listening to me here. But we got to be a little bit more careful, you know, with all the stuff we're talking about.
Ms. D, I agree. I mean, I have felt similar over the last couple of weeks. You know, my kids, they make fun of me a little bit, but I tell them I feel like, you know, I'm looking around.
Well, hopefully it's nothing sinister, you know?
I don't think so.
And I'm sure we'll see more about it shortly. I'm kind of curious to see what they've been looking at us doing.
I have a feeling you're right, Miss D. I have a feeling there's more to come.
We'll find out soon. So why don't we talk a little bit about today's show?
Sounds good to me. What do we have going on today?
Well, it sounds like we're going to have a really great show today, Mr. B. We're going to have a couple special guests. talking about their projects. We have Ms. Semino who's going to be joining us. I believe Ms. Timinski is going to be joining us. Mr. Rotella might, run through the halls and stop in and see us. And we actually have a member of the class of 2020, Jenny Gordon, is going to stop in and talk a little bit to us. So I'm looking forward to all of our segments. Good.
That's great. I actually think Mr. Rotella is here with us now. I think he's going to come on and he might be announcing our next big virtual event.
All right, let's go.
I'm excited to see all our guests today. Mr. Rotella, welcome to the show today. We're happy to have you here. I'm glad you can join us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So I hear that you have some news for us regarding a possible event going on next week.
I do. I would not come empty-handed to this show. So what we're doing next week is we're going to have a virtual pep rally that honors our senior athletes and all the spring sport athletes. And that's most likely going to be released on the 14th. The goal of the pep rally is just to remind everybody why they are special to us, why they're important to us, and also just to keep the enthusiasm up. Even though the spring season was lost, we always want to make sure that our student athletes are first priority and our seniors are also first priority as well.
That's absolutely great. I love the idea. I think it's going to be a great show next week.
Thank you. Shaping up to be okay. What we're going to have is our coaches. They're going to talk, run through some individuals, keep the messages positive, obviously offer whatever we can to our seniors. And like I said before, that's number one priority.
Couldn't agree more. What do you think, Ms. D?
I think it's like a great idea. Like we had said, there's a lot of sadness surrounding events that aren't happening, but especially for our seniors and their last chance to take the field, to compete with their teammates. It's something that's lost forever. And anything we can do to make it more of a positive experience, to give them that kind of connection at the end and the recognition they deserve, we need to do it.
We absolutely. That falls 100% on our lap. And, if you think about it, for these seniors, they worked so hard just to get to this point. And this is out of their control. And, to put 3 years minimal of your high school experience into this, not factoring in the other components of, Little League, your rec leagues, all that stuff, your whole life's work went into this last year. And for the most part, too, even our underclassmen are getting a short end of stick, too, because your sophomore and junior year, that's a big recruiting year. So these kids lost a lot. And we just want to make them known that we still care about them. We understand and sympathize with their situation.
Yeah, hopefully it sounds like it's going to be a great program, and I'm sure all the athletes and the parents in the community, everybody who watches is really going to appreciate it. A chance to recognize our sports teams.
And aside from technology, it was very easy to put together. Our coaches, I had to cut some coaches off, and we want to keep it short, we want to keep it simple. But our coaches can speak for days about our athletes, and that speaks volumes of our programs and our coaches and our students here.
Well, that's great. Mr. Rotella, do you have any other sports-related announcements you'd like to share with everybody watching?
Absolutely. So in addition to the virtual pep rally that's going on next week, not to look past our spring athletes, but we are gearing up for the fall. And we would be doing this normally during this time frame too. So in addition to the pep rally, we're going to start unleashing Google Classroom codes for all of our fall sports. So it's imperative to all of our athletes and student athletes or anybody interested in joining a fall program to listen and watch the Mustang TV, because those class codes will be released through the channel. So again, you want to stay up to date, you want to be in the know, and this is the way to do it.
Well, thank you very much for that. Mr. Rotella, I think we have a special guest coming on. Would you like to introduce our next special guest?
We definitely do have a special guest. She is the Sultan of SWAT. She hits homers like it's her job, and her expertise of framing is hands down the greatest we've ever seen. None other than the power hitter at JFK, Jenny Gordon.
Hi.
Welcome to the show, Jenny. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Looking good, Jenny. Looking good.
Obviously, this isn't where you thought you'd be on the beginning of May. Obviously, it's a lot different Can you expand on that, on how you feel as a senior athlete?
Yeah, it really stinks. Coming from a season last year that really held us up to a good advantage. We all had talented players, and we were really the dark horse in our county. And it really stinks. And you really look forward to something since your freshman year, and it's your senior year. It's something you want to try your best at to outplay yourself the last 3 years before, and it really stinks that it has to end like this. But you have to really understand that things happen. But
It's tough. I could imagine. I can't imagine, actually. But I think that you do have some bright news about possibly, I believe you're continuing your career.
yes, I am playing softball at Pace University in Westchester. I was recruited as a third baseman catcher, so I'm very excited to continue my career playing Division II softball.
That's great.
Wow, that's excellent, Jenny.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you'll be very successful.
I hope to be. I'm very excited. I met my teammates already that are coming in, and they're all really nice. And it's really cool because I have a teammate from Hawaii, and it's like 80 there, and I'm like, wow, it's so nice there. And it was like really windy here the other day, so.
Have you been able to keep? Oh, sorry, Mr. Rotella. Have you been able?
Oh, no, it's okay.
Have you been able to keep in contact with a lot of our Mustang teammates? You know, and talk to them on a regular basis?
Yeah, we have a group chat. Someone actually just sent the picture of the field, and they were like, "Oh, we missed you guys," and I was like, "You got me." It touched my heart. I was like, "Wow, I really wish I was playing on the field with you guys today," and I told them that. And it really stinks because we're such a family and we bond so well together, and it's so weird not to see the same familiar faces you've been seeing for 4 to 3 years, and it really stinks.
Hey, Jenny, are you nervous about the transition to third base?
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing I haven't done before. I play third for travel. I also played third my freshman year for high school, but it's not really a challenge. I'm just nervous because, those girls are bigger and better competition, and you really got to step up your game.
Oh, it's a hot corner for sure. Just
Yeah.
The one thing I'll tell you, stick your glove out.
Yes.
That's all.
Can nothing go wrong with that.
That's it. You'll do fine, kiddo.
Thank you very much.
That's great. I'm sure you'll make us proud. So we look forward to following your college career at Pace University.
Thank you. For my classmates of 2020, I get it. We're all going through the same thing, and all of us are worried about like what's happening now, and it sucks. It really does, and we wish that we were all together. And we're a class full of families, and it's great because we all get along. And it's really sad to see that it has to end this way, but just know like all of us are in it together, and we're all going through the same thing. And to contact people if you're not okay, and to contact people if you miss them. It's okay to contact people if you miss them, and that'll all end soon, hopefully.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for coming on to the show today. We really appreciate your insight and thoughts, and we wish you the best of luck continuing your career.
Thank you for having me.
Hope to see you soon. Hope we see all our seniors soon, somehow, somewhere, some way.
Yes.
I hope we get to be together one more time.
That's right, Miss D.
I agree. Very good. Thank you so much.
So our next special guest is Miss Timinski. She's got some great announcements for us. So listen up, Mustangs. Here we go.
Hello, Mustangs. It's Mrs. T here. First, I'm going to talk about the Key Club. Miss Velasco and I would like to congratulate Shia Amin for receiving a Key Club International Scholarship. Over the past 4 years at JFK and outside of JFK, she has earned over 500 hours of community service. Her commitment to serving others is to be commended. Way to go, Shia. Woo. I'm going to move into NHS news. We're excited to announce that on March 31st, our beloved advisor, Mrs. Karowski, and her husband welcomed their daughter, Lucy Beatrice Karowski, into the world. She was 6 pounds, 2 ounces, and 19.5 inches long. Mom, Dad, baby, and big brother Ryan are doing great. Congratulations to Mrs. K and her family. So exciting. So to start off with NHS, Mrs. Krowski and I are very, very proud of how creative and committed that our members have been to finding ways to continue serving the community during these tough times. And I'm excited to share what they've been up to. First, back in March, they created a heartfelt thank you video to show their immense gratitude for all the healthcare workers on the front lines. The students created artwork, they recorded video messages to express their appreciation, and then we shared it with as many healthcare workers as possible. And I wanted to just give a quick shout out to Sukhmeet Bedi because he put the whole video together and he really did a great job. Second, we were told by one of our members that there was a family in need in the community. So we reached out to them with some messages, some gifts just to show our support from the JFK community. And from what we were told, it really put a smile on their face. Most recently, members participated virtually in our annual walk for multiple sclerosis. We raised awareness and over $360 for the National MS Society. For the past 7 years, the JFK National Honor Society has walked in support and memory of Mrs. Karowski's mom, Beatrice, and all those living or affected by the disease. This year, members researched facts about MS, created video messages, to educate others. Priyanka Patel did a wonderful job putting everything together. So although this year's walk looked different from walks in the past, we still fulfilled our goal, which was to come together, raise awareness, raise money for MS. And it was also very important to the members to show their love and support for Mrs. Karowski, as this cause is very near and dear to her heart. That brings us to peer tutoring, which has gone virtual and is available now. NHS members supervised by Ms. Lammers are available for extra help via Google Meet. How do you join? It's simple. Use the code A3G22E3 to join our classroom. There you'll find a link to the Google Meet, which happens between 12 and 1 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And there'll be an NHS member there assigned to help you. Peer tutoring is happening now, and it runs through the end of May. In closing, Ms. Krowski and I would like to thank all of our members for their efforts and their commitment to helping others during these challenging times. And a special thanks to our officers, Priyanka Patel, Aditya Ray, Pranali Jain, and Sukhmeet Bedi for all their hard work and dedication to JFK High School and the community. Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you so much, Ms. Timinski, for coming on to the show today. Right now, I'm going to throw it back to Ms. D to introduce our next special guest.
Thanks, Mr. B. I didn't even drop the ball.
Great job.
All right, so we have another special guest today. We have Mrs. Semino from our ESL department. And, you know, one of the great things about JFK is our cultural diversity. And Ms. Semino, you being our resident ESL teacher, you're on the front lines of making all of our students acclimated to JFK and making everybody feel welcome, and you do a great job of that. I know you want to tell us a little bit about a project that your ESL students completed, and we're happy to hear all about it. And I'm sure we're going to post some part of it at the end of our program. So welcome, Ms. Semino, and it's all yours.
Oh, thank you. So my students were working on a project about 3 weeks ago. It happened to be a rainy week, and we were listening to some music, and it was a research project that they had. They had to research some popular artists and some music, and they had to analyze the lyrics in the song and reflect on it. And basically the songs were words that were inspirational, words of empowerment when facing challenges or injustices. So they copied a few lines, a few lyrics from the words of the song after analyzing it, of course. And they took a picture of themselves, or if they didn't want to be in the picture, they just took a picture of the lyrics, or they got a picture from their cell phone, something that they liked, and they added some words to it. And then we put it together in a video. And I hope you like it.
That sounds really good. You know, Ms. Cimino, how many students do you have in ESL?
Close to 50.
Really? How many classes each day do you have?
In the fall semester 3, and in the spring semester 2.
That is that's just amazing, the work that you're doing with our ESL students. They really come a long way, and some of them, as you know, have not been in our country that long. So I'm sure it's a real challenge for you and for them, you know, just to get used to school in the United States and the way things we do here, you know, do things in our country, and just getting used to being in school. What do you think their biggest challenge is? What have you heard from the students themselves?
What their biggest challenge is right now is they feel lonely. They really miss school. And this is one of the reasons why we did the video, because we missed each other. So we decided to put a video together. It was actually their idea to make a video. It was just what to do. And since it was a rainy week and we just started listening to music just to kind of reflect on our unit, and we just decided to take pictures of ourselves and put it all together in a video, so whenever we miss each other we can just pop on the video, listen to the music, and there we are.
That's great. I'm excited to see it.
It sounds like a great way to keep your class connected, you know, and all the students in touch with each other. And we're looking forward to taking a look at that video. It'll be posted at the end of our segment today, so everybody will be able to have it to take a look, and I'm sure they will be thrilled to know that they're going to be part of JFK Memorial High School TV. So they'll be little TV stars in their own right.
Yeah, thank you. They enjoyed doing it so much.
That's great. Well, keep up with the great projects, Ms. Cimino. We love our ESL students, you know, along with all of our students, but they're a great bunch of kids. So we miss them, and we look forward to seeing them in the fall.
They love you too.
Thank you so much, Ms. Cimino.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. Have a good week.
You too.
All right, so Mr. Bergando, I'm going to throw it over to you and get well on with our next segment.
All right. So our next segment is one of our favorite here. Let's brag about our seniors. Take a look.
I love that segment. I love that segment. So congratulations, seniors. Great job. We love to brag about our seniors. Don't forget, every week we announce more college decisions on each episode, so send that information in because we love to brag about our seniors. And don't forget, tune in to JFK Memorial High School TV every day, because every day there'll be a new letter to the class of 2020. It could be yours, could be one of your friends, so check it out every day.
Miss D, you know something else I really miss?
I don't know, Mr. B, what do you really miss?
I also miss the word of the day.
The word of the day? You miss the word of the day? Do you have the word of the day? Maybe you can give us the word of the day.
Today's word of the day is stalwart. It means to be strong and brave, valiant, firm, steadfast, or uncompromising, a stalwart knight. She has campaigned as tirelessly as the most stalwart political wife.
That's a good word of the day, Mr. B.
Thank you, Ms. D.
So, hey, Mr. B, you know what I like to do with my class every day is I usually give them a thought for the day. So I thought, how about a thought for the day? So today's thought, coming direct to you from Mrs. DiLeonardo, tough times don't last, but tough people do. Stay strong, Mustangs. We got this. We're in this together.
Please excuse the interruption. We have several weekly announcements today. It's a busy week coming up. Coach Wydell, the John F. Kennedy Memorial High School boys cross country coach, wants to remind cross country athletes to join the Google Classroom and remind codes will be listed in the description below. Big week next week. We have, like Mr. Rotella said, next week will be virtual pep rally. Next week is also School Spirit Week. And May 15th is Senior Appreciation Day. There might be something special in store, so stay tuned. Also, send in photos you have in your Mustang gear or your graduation decorated house. And also, don't forget, if you're interested in peer tutoring, you can follow along with the links below, and you can sign up for that. Also, yearbooks are still on sale. There's a link in the description below if you'd still like to order a yearbook. It's online only. And here's a few announcements from Mr. Pastorino.
Thank you, Ms. D. Thank you, Mr. Bergondo. Want to take this opportunity on, please excuse the interruption, to make some announcements for the week of May 11th to May 15th. May 11th will begin our Spring Spirit Week, aptly named Spiritine 2020. Good job, Jaden Owusu. Spirit Week will also conclude with Senior Appreciation Day on May 15th. Friday, May 15th, seniors, log in and then log out. Also want to thank the members of our Student Council, senior class officers, as well as members of our National Honor Society, Abby Kamanu, Aditya Ray, Auslin Mills, Chelsea Fernandez, Jaden Owusu, Mallory McGowan, Maria Klimchuk, Philip Chun, Pranali Jain, Priyanka Patel, Ria Chandra, Ruby Kapoor, Sukhmeet Betty, also the April Student of the Month. I want to thank those students for their significant contributions in collaborating in this effort on behalf of all the students here at JFK. We hope that you are proud, we hope that you participate, and we hope that this helps you to continue to remain optimistic in this time. Back to you, Ms. D.
That's all for today's announcements. We hope to see you back here soon.
And don't forget, every Friday, that's right, every Friday is Mustang Pride Day. So check out our TV station for some special videos. Take a photo of yourself wearing your Kennedy gear. Send it to me, email it to us, and we'll include you in our next episode because everybody's got Mustang Pride.
Well, I want to thank all of our special guests today for coming on the show and being a part of the show. We had a great time. We hope they did too. And we hope to see you back here again real soon. Over to you, Ms. D.
Hey, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Excuse the Interruption. Please don't forget to subscribe to our JFK Memorial High School TV YouTube channel. That's that subscription link right down there, so don't forget. And if you're interested in being one of our special guests, you can send me an email. We'll get you on the show if you want to share something special. We'd love to have you participate. As you can see, we're having a lot of fun here every day. We'll be back here every Thursday for broadcast, so you don't want to miss another episode of Excuse the Interruption. All right, we will see you again next week. Everybody take care. Please stay safe, stay well, and remember, go
Mustangs!
Youth is wise with goals and dreams and knowledge deep and strong, and pride.